Okay, everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are playing Game 3 of the College World Series, even though it says Game 4, but that's only because UVA has played 3 games and we've only played 2 games. So let's get into it. Okay, so as we take my first at bat, UVA is in their orange jerseys, and I'm going up against Amy Rangel. Interesting name. He throws a first pitch fastball down in the zone, and I lay off because that'd be a terrible pitch to hit. If you look in the bottom left corner, I have 50 power, which easily means I could blast one over the wall, just like I did over there, except there was a foul ball. I hit that ball 104 miles an hour, and I swing over the top of this curveball that he just threw. So now I have a pretty good reservoir of what he throws, as I put a little dinker into right field. Sadly, the runner could not advance, even though he probably would have made it. But Marlon Fernandez will surely at least knock one person in, as long as I don't get picked off, which I probably will. Nope, I'm safe. So anyway, Amy Rangel has pitched 15 pitches to everyone, and it's a 1-2 count. Okay. I have been getting picked off every single time right now. He hasn't thrown a pitch in the last, I don't know, 30-ish seconds? Marlon launches a fly ball into center field. This should surely get the runner in. And, yep, he's safe. So, there's one out in the inning, but it's the bottom. But Stanford's up by 1. And I'm going to get picked off again. Nope, I'm still safe. So, Rangel has now thrown 20 pitches, and he's up against Oscar Wiggins. The only reason that his pitches are jumping, as I get another pick off here, the only reason his pitches are jumping is because it kind of skips the at-bat to give me and you all the action. So the infield fly rule is called, but I scamper back in time. I don't even know why I attempted to go there. So, it's the end of the first inning as there was a line out to first base. MLB The Show gets complicated as you continue moving up in the ranks, but the most basic things that you'll need to know, and as we go along in my career, probably once I get to the MLB, I'll start telling you guys a little bit more about how I really do things, like how I field, how I can dive and stuff, but for now, I'll just tell you the basics. So, every time I get up at bat, and you can see in the right half of your screen, there's a bunch of buttons that say things like normal, as I ground into fielder's choice, things like normal, power, contact, and bunt. So I have a PS5, and on my controller, there are the buttons that correspond to that. So all I need to do is press one of those buttons as soon as the ball comes in, and when you get your whatever version of the show you have, it will tell you like the setup and everything like that. So the second thing you'll need to know to play MLB The Show correctly is how to move. So personally for me, on my PS5 controller, there's a stick to the right, and wherever I push the stick, my player goes when it's his chance to move. So once I hit the ball, and I can either press the button, I believe, and I'll automatically go to that base. Never mind. So I am currently safe as I get a single, and when I'm moving, like I press the R1, which I'll get to in a couple videos, but you see that little white arrow on your screen? That is the way that I'm putting my controller. So on the right stick, when I move it forward, the white arrow goes forward. When I move it back, the white arrow goes back. Now, that's the basics, and if you want to field, then it's gonna be a little bit harder, but as they try to get me, they had no chance. as it's going to be a little bit harder because there are different types of fielding chances. So you might get a showtime moment, which is a really high pressure moment. You might just get a throw. Okay, so as I enter my next fielding chance, um, there are many different types of fielding chances, but the one that I'm doing right now really consists to an infielder and a ground ball. So once you field a ground ball, it usually automatically fields it. You don't have to press any buttons. But once you get the throw off, you're going to have to move that special right stick that I was talking about earlier. You see, and then you're going to have to press the button R2 when it says so, because it has a target almost. If you've played any sports like football or whatever in real life, you know that you have to throw it at someone to like move the ball forward. So that same idea applies here too. So what has to happen as I absolutely destroy this ball to left field, that was 402 feet, and I did do the power swing on my controller. So anyway, if you ever have played any sports or touched grass at all, you know that you have to throw it at someone. So that same physics applies in the show. So you're gonna have to move the right stick into the target zone, where mostly you have to, I don't know, throw the ball at person. And that's really it for this video. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about any of my videos. So, stick around for next video as we'll cover more tips and we advance to the finals. So, see you later.